what happens is war tonight. It's death on life. It's the ghetto war you ain't never seen ever. Soldiers getting racked, homie heads get severed. Jump so crazy like nothing on record. Niggas ain't safe, ain't the troops might get you. All right, guys, how's everybody doing tonight? Today is Monday, the 26th of July. I hope you like my new hat. I got it at Gettysburg. Okay. I'm not at Gettysburg right now. I'm not in Gettysburg, but I am kind of near there. I think, what's the name of it? I'm in Maryland, and it's super beautiful. Okay. But before I do that, let's go into the news first. Okay. So we're going to go into the news first, and then I'll get into more spiritual stuff, why I'm here in Gettysburg and things of that nature. All right. Okay. So starting off. First of all, we got, it looks like the evictions are going to take place on the 31st. Now, there was a moratorium, as you know, since March of last year. So that's been like, 15 months, right? Worth of people not paying their mortgage, whether they couldn't or they chose not to. Landlords are losing their properties. They are putting in forbearance because they're not getting payments. I think something like 6% of landlords were getting help from the government. That's not a lot out of 100%. In fact, a lot of the money went to big corporations that were getting fleeced by their people who were renting from them. So there was a couple of days ago, there was, I think it was Saturday or Friday, a federal judge ruled that the CDC did not have the legal authority to allow people to stay in their houses without paying. Now, if I'm clear, I think it's on both ends. I think it's renting and also for the housing market. Sorry about that. I think it's both of them. Okay. So it's going to be pretty bad, guys, if we're going to have millions of people basically kicked out of their homes. Okay. So you can see it two ways, right? You can see it from the small landlord's point of view where they're losing money. They didn't do anything to deserve this. So I see that side too. I also see the side of, people who couldn't make it, they lost their jobs or they just got behind, they're living paycheck to paycheck. Okay. So it's bad all around, and we, as our country has a lot of homeless people. I don't know statistics right now, but it's going to be a lot more if they don't push this back. Now, I heard that they're not going to push this back, that they are going to leave this eviction based on the standing of the federal judge. And it's going to go through. And there's going to be millions of people kicked out of their homes. So, wow, if you thought homelessness was bad right now, just wait, because if they don't kick the can down the road again, this is going to be terrible. And I'm hearing that it's not going to happen, that they're just going to let it. Because the thing is, you think about it, if they keep letting it, are they going to kick people out during the middle of winter? I don't think so, right? So this will be the perfect opportunity for them to just stop it right here. And then that's going to cause a major, we're going to see the housing market change as well, right? So people who are looking to buy houses, this is going to be an opportunity because you're going to have foreclosures. You're going to have, duplexes go into foreclosures as well. Rental, I heard that, the renting is going to be difficult to get in still. But, we're seeing everything come into play, okay? So once again, we're looking at these events and we're seeing how is it going to affect us personally, right? Well, you may think it may not affect you personally, but I think in California they're not gonna kick people out. I don't know. It's what I heard like 2 weeks ago, but I gotta double check on that. Okay, so we're looking at a massive flooding of evictions on the 31st, starting on the 31st. Okay, now each state's going to depend. It's going to depend on each state, but for sure. It looks, if they don't change it, they don't get the can down the road, it's going to be very tough. Okay, next one. Fuel shortage. So I just got fuel shortage for airlines, okay? And lo and behold, it was American Airlines. And guess yours truly is taking American Airlines back home. So I don't know. Maybe I did. It was interesting because I was supposed to fly out of Burbank on Saturday about 2:54, and then they changed it to LAX. Thankfully, a friend of mine, dropped me off. She dropped me off, so that was nice of her. But yeah, it was like, it was crazy because they changed it, and luckily I wasn't, you know, I wasn't over there already, right? And then they say, hey, go to LAX. So yeah, I changed it to, or they changed it to me to Sunday or Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night, and I was able to get out there on time, and everything was fine. I had a great flight, so it was good. But could it have been to fuel shortage? I don't know. Maybe, right? I don't know what's going on with that. So now we're having fuel shortage of airlines. Okay, all right, and also I'm gonna put all the news article links in the description. Okay, probably tomorrow though. Probably do it tomorrow. And then you have the cryptocurrencies ban. So I saw this article that they're trying to ban cryptocurrencies, and then literally I'm just on my computer right now, and I saw this another article saying that Biden is going to clamp down on cryptocurrencies, or he's taking away cryptocurrency wallets or something. I haven't read the article, so I don't. To be honest with you, can't comment on that, but apparently, the government is gonna crack down on cryptocurrencies. I'm not here to give you financial advice. I will tell you personally what I did. I did buy Bitcoin. So they're gonna crash it. Well, I'm out about, I don't know. I didn't purchase like crazy, but I did put some money in it, But I'd rather try something because I know the system is going to crash in terms of the financial system. So I have to try something. I can't just stand still and say, okay, I'm just going to wait till it crashes. You got to try something. So for me, I bought physical silver and also cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm looking at the time right here. Okay, good. And the next one I wanted to cover was the CDC. They're abandoning the PCR test. These guys, man. Now, there's two things with this, okay? They're abandoning the PCR test, but I found it really interesting because apparently Bill Gates and George Soros, they bought a company that tests for COVID-19, okay? So could that be something where now the CDC is dumping the PCR test and they're going to go to, Soros and Bill Gates to their company? Probably going to see that, right? I mean, these guys, I don't know, man. It's just, so they're basically, the CDC is admitting that these were faulty, they're not very accurate. They're not very accurate. They're not very accurate. Okay. I also saw that children or students learned that soda, if you drink a certain amount, if you drink soda, it will come up positive. You get a positive result that you have COVID, and they can miss school. Okay, so I saw that as well. I'll look for that article and I'll put in the link as well. Okay, but I heard a very interesting theory, and I'm more inclined to believe this: that the reason why they're getting rid of the PCR test is because the FDA is about to make the vaccine, like legal, or what do you call it? They're gonna say that it's legit, right? And we won't need a test anymore. It's just gonna be vaccine or not. And to me, that makes sense. Because I know in other countries, I think in France, or was it Britain, at first they said, oh, you just need a negative test or a vaccine to get in bars. Now they're saying, no, we don't care about the negative test anymore. You need a vaccine. So that, I think that's where they're going, guys, where they're not going to allow, a negative test. That doesn't mean that's not going to mean anything to them. So, the FDA is going to approve it. They're going to most likely approve it in a couple of weeks. My prediction, and I told my boss, I told her it's going to happen in summer. She goes, nah, it's going to happen in a year or two. I'm like, in normal circumstances, yes. But we're not in normal circumstances, guys. You have to understand. They want to get all their agenda done, okay? They want to get their agenda done, and they only have a small time frame. before the elections in 2022, the midterm elections. So I am really seeing a lot of things progressing, whether it be the economic collapse, the food shortages of items, you know, just a conglomeration, the pushing of the mandatory vaccines, right? So we see all these things conglomerating, and you have to understand there is a push towards getting everybody under this one world system. Okay, now if you haven't seen my video about Nimrod, I'm gonna redo it because it was bad quality of audio, bad audio quality. So don't see it. I'm not gonna I'm gonna redo it, and it's gonna be a better version. Okay, but I'm gonna keep it to 20 minutes. I'm not gonna go 40 minutes. Okay, all right. Anyways, but check out my study if you haven't on Nimrod, because that you're gonna have to check that out before. Okay, now let's get to Gettysburg. Okay, or my trip. All right. So I'm gonna tell you guys. You guys know I'm very transparent. Okay. Now, whether you believe the spiritual stuff that I go through, that's up to you. Okay. Those people are very close to me. They understand what's going on, and there's prophetic things happening. Okay. But for those of you who are skeptical, fair enough, fair enough. But as we go along, and you're gonna see these things come out, you'll be like, oh shoot, this is real. This is really going on. So, Father, wow. Oh, okay. I knew that when I came to Gettysburg, I went to Gettysburg for a specific reason this morning. Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a little bit, but let me explain to you what happened yesterday as I arrived. So I got in the car, and Father uses music to move me. Like He speaks through me through music. That's one of the things you have to understand. Yahweh, He's gonna speak to you how you're able to listen. Okay, so everybody's different. Okay, everybody's different. Some people hear His voice. Some people, get moved by, I don't know, going on long walks. Everybody's different. He's gonna go to your level, how you and Him, how you guys connect. Okay, for me, it's music. That's one of the ways. Or sometimes I'm running. He'll give me downloads. Okay, he'll have me see certain things. Certain people talk to me, give me a word, things like that. Right. So it all depends. But yesterday, oh boy. So I got in a car and I started driving to my location, right? Outside of Maryland, just outside of Pennsylvania. And as I'm driving, guys, I started crying, and you're like, why did you start crying? I was just racked with emotion, guys. It was crazy. Like I could not stop crying. So I'm driving and I'm literally like crying. And I'm like, what the heck, And then Father started downloading in me, and He gives me 2 words, right? He gives me 2 words. And I don't know if you want to hear this, but the first 2 words were falling nation. That's right. Falling nation. And do I need to interpret that for you? I don't think so, right? Like I'm pretty sure you get the hint. And I was I just couldn't stop crying, It was just I was just racked with so much emotion. I'm like, oh my gosh, And you guys know, like for those of you who know me, like I love my country, I mean, look, I bought this at Gettysburg today, I love my country so much, And it just hurt so much what He revealed to me. Now, I didn't see a vision of the falling nation, but it was weird. I felt the after effects of it. I don't know if you understand that, but I felt the after effects of our nation falling. That's the best way I can describe it. Some people see visions like, oh, I saw, fire or whatever. I didn't see that. It was almost like I had got the news and I was crying over it. Do you understand? Like, remember 9/11 when you saw the towers like afterwards and you just had that feeling of, oh my gosh, like terrible, terrible feeling? That's what it was. Now that I think about it, it was like finding out afterwards. And those were the 2 words that I got. And then after that, right after that, like maybe, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes after that, the next 2 words came. And it was, weep now. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, he's telling me to weep now for my falling nation, And it was almost like he was telling me, I want you to cry right now. But when it happens, I don't want you to cry. You need to be like this. Remember this? I keep telling you guys, you need to stand up straight. You need to be firm. You need to be strong, mijo. And it was crazy because he was literally telling me, weep now. Go ahead. Cry now, mijo. And I was just crying, guys. And I imagine, like, people probably saw me and, what the heck's wrong with this guy? I don't know. I was on a freeway, so. But yeah, I was crying, guys. Oh my gosh, I haven't cried that hard since, I don't know. It's been a while. But I was crying hard, And I don't think the crying's over, guys, to be honest with you. Like, I will tell you this, that when I get back, I will not be crying anymore. But during this time, he's allowing me to go through these feelings while I'm over here, And there's more things, guys. There's more things on the way. All right. So yesterday I was running, and in the evening I was running, and I got these 2 words. Now, it's kind of weird, right? Because I'm running, and these 2 words came, run, run. And I was like, okay, I'm running. Like, I'm running. I'm literally running. And Father's telling me, run, run. I think it was telling me, like, run, like, get out of there, not get out of this place. I'm talking like, get out of the United States, That's what I think he was telling me, because the song that literally came on when he said run, run, or when he downloaded run, run, was a song from the Prince of Egypt, when he realized that he didn't belong to Egypt. I was so crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, what the heck, So literally I get the 2 downloads, run, run. And then right after that, the next song that comes up was All I Ever Wanted. And I'll put the link in the box as well. But tomorrow, I'll do tomorrow. Okay, guys. And then to top that off, guess what? I was running, I heard that song, and this huge flock of birds passes by, just this huge, flock of birds just, like leaving, So you have the animals, you have the song, and you have the download, And you're like, okay, Anthony, so you're going to leave the United States or what? Oh my gosh, guys. That's a problem with me, is sometimes I'm very stubborn, Look, it was a year later that I came over here. I was supposed to come last year. Oh, man. But no, you know what? I'm in a different spiritual place, so it's all good. He knows it too. All right, I got to keep moving because I only got, a minute and a half. Moving on to this morning. This morning I went to Gettysburg. Oh, my gosh, guys. Gettysburg. And I blew the shofar. The main reason for Gettysburg was this. He wanted me to come to Gettysburg. Well, first I was coming for my own reasons, and then he revealed to me about 2 weeks ago why I was coming here. Blow the shofar. This is where our country was divided, right? Civil War, think of it, North and South, right? Today we have the blue and the red, right? Blow the shofar for revival of the dead bones. No, not the Civil War guys who died a long time ago, not them. The dead bones of our nation. Who? People dead? People dead spiritually. Wake them up. So that's why I was there. And I was to have a witness to that. There was no witnesses until the end. So it was so crazy, man. Oh my God. I'm just like, what the heck? So I started from the Union side, and I went to the Confederate side. Okay. I went from retreating, okay, because the Confederates retreated, right? And I went to a retreat, and then I went backwards to attack, And those are the words to retreat and attack. I think Father's telling me about in the future, the Hebrews, the Catholics, and the Christians, when the persecution starts, the beginning of sorrows, go back to that episode, we are going to retreat and then we will attack, Now, once again, physical, spiritual, whatever you want to take it as, okay? But that's what I got as well. Well, I had witnesses, it was crazy because it all lines up with the whole Elijah thing about father and son. And my witness was a father and a son. Oh my gosh. And the guy even had it on tape. He told me, dude, he didn't say dude. He was a nice, cool guy. Name was Steve. And he goes, I heard the shofar from all the way over there. It was great. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. And I was like, wow. And then he goes, why did you blow it? And then I explained. And those were my two witnesses. You have to understand in the Bible, you need two witnesses. And they were my two witnesses, a father and son. And there's a prophecy about the spirit of Elijah says that he will turn the hearts of the fathers to their sons and the sons to their fathers. And I think the second one is at the end days, the sons to the fathers. So anyways, but just crazy stuff, guys. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like you can't write some of this stuff and believe it in a movie, okay? So yeah, it's pretty incredible. And finally, I got another one, guys, okay? And this is probably, you're not going to like this either, but I got another download, and this was war coming. That's right. War is coming. Now you might say, what is that, Anthony? Like civil war because you were on the battlefield? I don't know, guys. I don't know. But then something happened when I came home. I saw this news that that it looks like they're gonna start pushing Biden out of the presidency because of his mental. He's not all there, and they're probably gonna put Kamala in. Now Kamala, if you know what her name means in Hindu, means destroyer. Destroyer. There was a prophecy a long time ago, guys. I'm gonna try to find it and put it in the description, okay? I think in the late 1800s, where these prophetic sisters, they prophesied that our first female president would lead us into World War III. How did they know that? World War I or II didn't even happen yet. All right, guys, I'm at 22 minutes, man. This is insane stuff, crazy stuff, and that's just 2 days. All right? There's more things on the way. I'll keep updating you guys, but probably in 2 more days, right, Wednesday or Thursday, I'll do another one. You guys be good. I love everybody. Be brave, okay? And I hope you guys are preparing, you and your families, spiritually, physically, mentally. All right? You guys have a good night. Blessings.